Hello guys and welcome to the class. Today we are going to start page 45, okay? We have a new content and a new lesson, lesson 5, okay? This is page 45, okay? So today we are going to talk about déjà vus, sixth senses, a lot of things based on our minds, okay? So the last lesson we saw, let's do a little revision, okay? We saw ridiculous, absolutely exhausted, starvation. You guys remember that? Yes? We also saw toddler, okay? So, yes, you remember that? Good. So now we have this new content from page 45, okay? I will say the words and then you repeat, okay? Déjà vu, a sixth sense, a premonition, intuition, mind, make up your mind, change your mind, slip your mind, to mind, familiar, slogan, a decision, to focus. Okay, so here we have a lot of phrasal verbs and new words related to our minds, okay? So the first word we are going to see is mind, okay? What is our mind? Well, it's basically our brain, okay? It's our thoughts, it's our thought process, okay? So our mind, it's our brain, it's our head, okay? So for example, you have a brilliant mind, okay? So you have a brilliant way of thinking, okay? You have a brilliant brain, okay? So this is our mind, okay? Psychologists and psychiatrists, they study the mind of a human being, okay? It's the way we think, the way we act, okay? It's in our minds, okay? So then the first word of the new content is déjà vu. A déjà vu, guys, a lot of this new content, the most part, is about things that happen in our minds, okay? So a déjà vu is something that happens in our brain, in our minds, okay? It's the feeling that we are experiencing something that already happened before, okay? So I'm doing this lesson and I'm sitting here and I'm having a déjà vu because I feel like this happened before, okay? So, for example, you are walking in a school, for example. You've never been to that school, but you have the feeling that you already did that you already seen this school, you already did this, okay? Yes? So this is a déjà vu, a feeling that something already happened before. And usually this thing didn't happen, it never happened before, but you have this feeling anyway, a feeling that something happened before, okay? So this is a déjà vu. So then we have a sixth sense, a premonition, and intuition. They are very similar things, okay? A premonition and an intuition, they are both things that happen because of the sixth sense. So we have the five senses, right? We have the hearing, something we can hear with our ears. We have our sight with our eyes. We have the smell. We have the touch, okay, the touch. And the taste, okay, that we can perceive with our mouths and tongues, okay? So these are the five senses. The sixth sense is, it's in our minds, again, and it's the ability to perceive things that are not clearly visible or perceived, ok? Então, sexto sentido é uma habilidade de ver coisas que não são muito claras de perceber com os outros 5 sentidos, ok? So, for example, you are sitting in your room and you have a sixth sense that it's going to rain, okay? But then you look out of the window and it's a beautiful day. It doesn't have any clouds, it's very sunny, but you have a feeling, okay? You have a premonition, you have a sixth sense that it's going to rain, ok? Então, o sexto sentido é uma habilidade de perceber coisas, de ver coisas que talvez não sejam tão fáceis de se perceber com os outros 5 sentidos, ok? Yes? Na grande maioria das vezes o nosso sexto sentido está errado, né? Mas algumas pessoas têm um sexto sentido muito apurado e às vezes o que elas sentem está correto ou acontece, né? Then we have a premonition and an intuition, okay? So these two are related to the sixth sense, okay? They happen because of the sixth sense, okay? So I have a premonition that an accident is going to happen, okay? I have nothing that can confirm that an accident is going to happen. But I know my mind is telling me that it's going to have an accident, okay? And sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't, okay? This is a premonition. And an intuition is something related also to the sixth sense, ok? Então, uma premonição e uma intuição, ok? São coisas relacionadas à mente. Às vezes elas acontecem, às vezes não, ok? É uma coisa meio mística, assim, entre aspas, né? Então, uma premonição. Eu tenho uma premonição de que vai acontecer um acidente. Mas como? Como é que você sabe disso? Eu não sei, eu sinto, ok? A sixth sense is not something you know, it's something you feel, ok? Yes? So, a premonition and an intuition. Those are all things that happens because of the sixth sense, ok? Then we have the word mind that I already explained. Yes, this is our mind, our brains, okay? The way we think. And then we have the phrasal verb make up your mind. So, for example, you are in a store and you are deciding between Coke or Pepsi. You don't know which one you're going to take. And then I'm going to say to you, please make up your mind quickly, okay? So to make up one's mind is to make a decision, okay? Make up your mind already. Go on, choose Coke or choose Pepsi. Make a decision, okay? Make up your mind, okay? Are you going to the party tomorrow? I don't know. I still haven't made up my mind yet. So make up your mind and go to the party, okay? To make up your mind is to make a decision. Yes? And then we have change your mind. To change your mind is to have a different opinion, to make a different decision. For example, you are choosing between Coke and Pepsi. And then I'm going to tell you, make up your mind, go quickly, choose Coke. And then you choose Coke. But then you go back and you choose Pepsi. You changed your mind. You made the decision and then you went back, changed your mind and made a different decision, okay? So to change your mind is to make a different decision, okay? So I call you and then I ask, are you going to the party? And then you say, no, I changed my mind, I'm staying home, okay? So to change your mind is to make a different decision, okay? Good. Then we have slip your mind. We have a lot of these phrasal verbs related to the mind, yes? So to slip your mind is when you forget something, okay? You are at the party, you changed your mind, you decide you'll go, but it slipped your mind that you had to buy a present, okay? So to slip your mind is when you forget something, okay? Oh, it slipped my mind. I'm sorry, I didn't do my homework. It slipped my mind, okay? Yes? So to slip your mind is to forget something, okay? Good. So then we have to mind. To mind is to get annoyed at something, okay? It's to get angry, okay? It can also mean, for example, mind your own business, like take care of your own business, okay? Then we also have, do you mind? So for example, you want to say excuse me. Another way of saying excuse me is saying do you mind? Ok? Você se importa? Você se importaria? Ok? Also, to mind is to get annoyed or angry at something, okay? Then we have familiar. Familiar, it's related a little bit to déjà vu. Something that is familiar to you, it's because you've already seen it before, okay? So, oh, this pencil is very familiar to me because my mother had one that it looked exactly like this one. So it's very familiar to me, okay? Teaching English is very familiar to me because I've taught English before, okay? So something familiar is something that you know because you've seen it before. This school is very familiar to me, okay? This house is very familiar to me, okay? You've seen it before, so it's familiar, okay? So the next one we have is a slogan. A slogan is a marketing strategy, okay, to sell you things. So usually it's a phrase that it's very easy to memorize, and then you are going to repeat it. So for example, McDonald's has the slogan, I'm loving it, or in Portuguese, amo muito tudo isso. This is a slogan. Nike has the slogan, just do it. Yes? There are a lot of different slogans. They are marketing strategies. It's usually a short phrase that you can memorize very quickly and you can repeat, okay? So it becomes very familiar in your brain, and then you can repeat, and then you recognize on the street, for example. You say the words, just do it, and then you immediately think about Nike, yes? So this is a slogan. It's a marketing strategy. The next one is a decision. Well, a decision is, yes, similar to Portuguese, right? To make a decision, yes? To make up your mind. This is a decision you make, okay? So, yes, make a decision. Choose between Coke or Pepsi, okay? This is making a decision, okay? Then we have the last word, to focus. To focus is to pay attention to something, okay? So when you are talking in the classroom and the teacher says, please focus in the lesson, okay? She's telling you to pay attention. To focus, it also can mean to adjust the focus of your camera, for example, okay? It's not focusing, it's because it's out of focus, okay? So to focus, it can mean pay attention or to adjust the configurations of your camera or your phone in order to focus, okay? So let's repeat, all right? Déjà vu is the feeling that what you are doing now you have seen or done before. It slipped her mind that she needed to make a decision about her university course. His mother has a sixth sense and said she had a premonition about her son's accident. Robert changed his mind about the slogan and decided to focus on something shorter. Many people use their intuition to make up their minds about a decision. Do you mind helping me with my homework? It felt like a familiar face to me, but I couldn't remember his name. Okay, so let's go to the let's practice. Is it easy for things to slip your mind when you are busy? Can you give me an example of a familiar slogan? Have you ever met anybody that has a sixth sense? What would you do if you had a premonition about a car accident? Does Peter use his intuition to make up his mind about important things? What is déjà vu? Are our minds complicated things to understand? Is it hard for you to make important decisions in your life? Who studies the human mind? Did it slip Anna's mind to do her homework? Then we have the next page. Do the students have to focus on the teacher when she's explaining the new vocabulary? Are there many familiar faces in the city for you? Do you often change your mind when making a decision? Do you often feel like you have premonitions? Have you ever had déjà vu during one of your English lessons? Do you sometimes change your mind because you decide to follow your intuition? Okay, so let's do some question time. I'm going to read the answers and then you are going to give me the questions, okay? Yes, it is easy for things to slip my mind when I'm busy. Yes, I can give you an example of a familiar slogan. Just do it by Nike. Yes, I have met somebody that has a sixth sense. If I had a premonition about a car accident, I would tell the person that I had a premonition. Yes, Peter used his intuition to make up his mind about important things. Déjà vu is a feeling that we have done or seen something before that moment in time. Yes, our minds are complicated things to understand. Yes, it is hard for me to make important decisions in my life. Psychologists and psychiatrists study the human mind. Yes, it slipped Anna's mind to do her homework. Yes, the students have to focus on the teacher when she's explaining the new vocabulary. Yes, there are many familiar faces in the city for me. Yes, I often change my mind when making a decision. No, I don't often feel like I have premonitions. No, I've never had a déjà vu during one of my English lessons. Yes, I sometimes change my mind because I decide to follow my intuition. Okay, so that's it for the new content. It's relatively simple, yes. It's about the mind, the sixth sense, the premonitions we have, the intuitions, okay? So that's all for today. And I will see you next lesson. Bye bye.